got back together. I don't think he ever thought again it would lead to like film and doc and all that kind of stuff, but he embraced it as well.
Ben says he agreed to take part in The Greatest Love Story Never Told because he thought it was an interesting examination, but says people read way too much into this moment.
Getting back together, I said, listen, one of the things I don't want is a relationship on social media. It's sort of like, you know, you're gonna marry a boat captain and you go, well, I don't like the water.
Now, of course, this isn't the first time Ben's words have come back to haunt him.
I want to thank my wife. I want to thank you for working on our marriage. It is work, but it's the best kind of work. What would you have called it in a speech?
A gift. Our marriage is a gift.
Ben, who says he's 5 years sober, calls Jennifer Garner wonderful and a really good co-parent and partner.
Hollywood's most complicated love triangle just went from simmering to full-blown scandal, while Jennifer Garner looks effortlessly radiant during her family outings with Ben Affleck and the kids. Insiders say the situation off-camera is anything but blissful. Word is, her boyfriend John Miller is growing increasingly uncomfortable with how often Jen and Ben are together. Despite their healthy co-parenting reputation, sources claim the line between friendly and flirty is starting to blur. Apparently, John's feeling like more of an observer than a participant in his own relationship. Now let's be clear. This isn't about the occasional school pickup or birthday celebration. We're talking regular hangouts, shared laughs, and the kind of public affection that gets paparazzi clicking nonstop. One source spilled that John's jealousy has gone from understandable to simmering. It's not just about what's happening, it's how it looks. Those family photos, they're giving couple energy. Even if Jen and Ben say they're just parents doing their job, the chemistry is undeniable and apparently uncomfortable for the people watching from the sidelines. And now it gets even juicier. Hollywood insiders are whispering that John Miller isn't just jealous, he's worried. He reportedly feels like he's competing with a fantasy, a nostalgic version of Bennifer 1.0 that fans can't seem to let go of. And he's not alone in that. Jennifer Lopez, despite her glamorous European escapades and curated Insta vibes, is allegedly watching all this unfold, and she's not happy. Lopez might be sailing through divorce headlines publicly, but behind closed doors, sources say she's fuming about Ben's cozy reconnection with Garner. Ben and Jen 1.0 have been turning heads lately, most recently spotted at a Red Sox game, looking relaxed, intimate, and unbothered by the world around them. It's not just co-parenting, it's emotional anchoring, and Jennifer Lopez, she reportedly sees it for what it is, a slow-motion reunion, whether emotional or otherwise. Sources close to her claim that seeing Ben so at peace around Garner makes her question everything she went through during their marriage. The chaos she endured may have just paved the way for someone else's happy ending. Meanwhile, John Miller, quiet, composed, and famously private, is said to be riding out this storm behind the scenes, but even his patience has a limit. Public cuddles, lingering glances, and repeated family moments are starting to look less like closure and more like a reboot. Both Lopez and Miller are reportedly feeling left out of a story that's starting to feel eerily familiar. And if these rumors are true, Hollywood may be watching the beginning of a Bennifer 1.0 sequel, and two heartbreaks at once. According to a seemingly wholesome insider quote from People magazine, John has been the ultimate mature adult in the room, playing the long game for 7 years in his on-again-off-again relationship with Garner. The source insists the couple is better than ever and paints a picture of John as patient, loving, and fully supportive of Garner's family-first approach with Ben Affleck. Last Thanksgiving, John Miller reportedly sat down at the table with Jennifer Garner, her kids, and Ben Affleck. Yeah, Ben, the one with the history, the headlines, and the rehab stints. Word is, John even passed him the pumpkin pie. To the outside world, it's giving blended family perfection. But insiders say this picture-perfect holiday came with a side of tension no one wants to admit. While Jen's team is busy spinning, grown and graceful, others are whispering a different story. Apparently, John's patience is wearing thinner by the day. Ben's been popping up at school events, family strolls, Red Sox games, basically everywhere but the front porch with his bags packed. And though John's been playing it cool, the man's not blind. At some point, even the chillest boyfriend starts asking, "Why is your ex-husband still here?" Sources close to the situation say John's been nothing but respectful. He's given Jen space to co-parent, but lately, that space is starting to feel more like a third-wheel situation where John's the one left spinning. Sure, he smiles for the cameras, but behind closed doors, rumors say he's quietly questioning if Ben's creeping back into the picture, not just for the kids, but for Jen herself. Since J. Lo filed for divorce last August, Ben's been practically glued to Jen. Garner's side. No more Bennifer press tours, no more Latin pop distractions, just Ben, sliding back into the safe zone, subtly, consistently, suspiciously. And as the public eats up the amicable exes narrative, the streets are talking. Is this just co-parenting, done right? Or is Hollywood's messiest love triangle quietly reheating? That leaves us with John Miller. Depending on the source, he's either California's most evolved man or a ticking time bomb in a cardigan. Some say he's secure, others say he's over it. But one thing's clear, with Affleck getting cozier by the month, John might be playing the long game in a story where he's already being written out of the final chapter. Publicly, they're calling it peace. They've hit their stride, one source told Us Weekly, swearing that John and Jen are more solid than ever. But let's be real, how solid is any relationship when your girlfriend's ex-husband is spending both Thanksgiving and Christmas at her house? Suddenly, that polished narrative starts to feel less like truth and more like textbook PR damage control. Because this isn't just about sharing kids. This is Ben Affleck, Oscar winner, tabloid magnate, rehab veteran getting prime holiday slots while John Miller plays the role of invisible man. Friendly co-parenting, maybe, but back-to-back family holidays with your ex. That's not standard behavior. That's a pattern. A very public, very cozy pattern. Let's not forget Ben and Jen weren't some fling. They were married 10 years, raised 3 kids, and weathered Hollywood storms together. That kind of history doesn't just vanish. And no matter how evolved John pretends to be, insiders say the dynamic is far from comfortable. Behind those tight smiles and polite nods is a man trying not to fall into the shadow of someone Jen never fully let go of. Sure, some headlines want you to believe this is a modern family done right. But others are starting to wonder if Jen Garner's heart is drifting back to the man who broke it and John might just be the placeholder while she figures it out. Because let's be honest, when your ex is around this much, it's either a boundary issue or a reboot in slow motion. So what's the real story? Is John Miller the enlightened boyfriend, secure in his love and unbothered by Ben's constant presence, or is he quietly being phased out, one holiday dinner at a time? Either way, one thing's clear, Affleck's role in Garner's life isn't shrinking. If anything, he's getting closer. And the sequel to Ben and Jen, it might already be in production. Now, if you believe the insiders, John Miller isn't losing sleep over any of this. Despite Ben clocking serious FaceTime at Jen's house, sources claim John is completely unbothered. They say he's secure, grounded, and convinced that what he has with Jen goes deeper than drama. But let's be honest, how many men stay cool while their girlfriend's ex basically becomes family again? Meanwhile, don't think Ben's just kicking back in single dad mode. According to those close to him, Affleck is on a mission to find love again. And not just any love, he's allegedly looking for someone real, grounded, independent, and drama-free. After the emotional wreckage of his whirlwind romance with Jennifer Lopez, he's reportedly craving peace, sobriety, and something that feels stable. He's not chasing the lights anymore. This isn't about power couples or press tours, it's about healing. Sources say Ben wants a woman who doesn't get swept up in the Hollywood circus. Someone who respects his space but still keeps him accountable. It's giving soft reboot, it's giving therapy era Ben, but is it real growth or just the calm before another media storm? Let's not forget, Ben Affleck needs a relationship. He's never been one to thrive in solitude. So the big question is, will this next chapter lead him back to Jennifer Garner? Or will he finally break the cycle and fall for someone far removed from his past? Either way, Hollywood's watching with popcorn and speculation. So what do you think? Is John Miller truly unbothered? Is Ben secretly trying to rekindle the old flame? Or is this all just Hollywood smoke and mirrors? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit that like button, and check out our other deep dives. Until next time, stay messy.